All right, guys, so what we got going on here is 2010 R350. Long story short, customer complained both springs were replaced by a shop, and those rear springs were replaced because the car was leaning on one side. And now, say after you do it, it is still uneven. As you can tell, right over here, you have about a 4-finger space, maybe about a 5, about a hand of space. While on the other side, you come over and you got about a hand plus. You can tell it's clearly not even after the air springs have been changed. So what's the next step? If you're stuck right here, I'm going to show you what you need to do. You're going to have to use the star diagnostics, maybe an auto logic, but I'll show you the steps in that. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is a quick test in all the modules just to make sure you don't have any faults or where your faults lie. So what you're going to want to do once you do your full scan, as you can see, an F means I had a fault code at one time, but a lowercase f means that is not current. You still want to go ahead and clear the code. So we're going to select suspension. We're going to press enter. All right, once we're in there, we just want to select, go down to fault codes, press enter once again. All right, we have critical level rear axle. What you're going to want to do is select F9. Do you want to erase the memory? Yes, we want to erase the memory. All right, so what you're going to do is come over and switch the ignition to off. Switch the ignition to off. You're going to wait a moment and we're going to switch the ignition back to on. Okay, at which point we're going to close the door again. All right, we're going to come back over to the computer, at which time what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to do an initial startup. We're going to do an initial startup. Actually, I think the best thing we can do other than initial startup, it would be to actuate. We're going to actuate. You're going to go to actuation, and we're going to move towards, we're going to select move towards calibrated level automatically, at which point we're going to press enter again. All right, and we're going to do rear vehicle, at which point we're going to do F3 for start. And now the vehicle is calibrating to the appropriate level. Before it was at -14, as you see it's going back to 0. So we will try to adjust the vehicle in the rear to about 0. Okay. So as it's completing that, it seems like it is still finishing the last of the process. All right, and we're at 0. So 0 means we're good. Now we're gonna go back and put our fingers in the back and check whether or not the vehicle has been properly calibrated. Really quickly want to go back and check for fault codes. No fault codes are stored. That's great. We're gonna exit out, go back. All right, so now we're gonna go in the back here and we're gonna do our simple finger test. I know that's not an exact science, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hand in. All right, so see, we got about this much space here on the rear tire at the top of it, the top center of it. And we're gonna walk over to the other side just to check at what level we are here. And we are at about the same thing. So about the same amount of space on both sides. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope that helped. For all the people who have changed the rear springs and had the car still be on or not properly leveled, what you need to do is you need to go in and actuation and automatically set to set level. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.